Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at guidance from your spirit guides. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 piles. Oh, I saw them. 3 piles together, and your 3 piles are, there we go. These are 3 piles. So we have for pile number 1, the tattoo. For pile number 2, we have the queen. And for pile number 3, you have the suit. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the cherry quartz. This is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, you have the garnet. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, you have the blue agate, and this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile or perhaps all of the piles, feel free to listen to them and let your intuition pick your piles for you. Whether it's calling for you to just pick one pile and that's it, or several, or all, it is your magic that always guides you to the right reading. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and pile preparation process. It is so lovely to have you around as we prepare for your piles. And as you may know, today we're taking a look at guidance from your spirit guides. Oh, sorry about that, my dear deck. So, to do this reading, let me introduce your cards to you for today's reading. On the left are the oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using today. Right, and if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I always list them down in the description box for you so that you can check them out whenever you feel called to in any video that you watch. Okay, so let's set the intention for this reading as we're shuffling. We kindly want to know, what is your guidance today from your spirit guides? What is your guidance? Thanks. From your spirit guides. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, and I feel this one. 3. All right. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So now it's time for your tarot cards. We usually take 2 cards from each tarot deck, unless we are guided to do otherwise. Oh, thanks. So that is 2. Is that the right way up? Yes. two, second two, ooh, and the third two. There we go. Next deck. Two, two, ooh, right after each other. Interesting. Following each other. All right. Two. One. And two. Oh, thanks. I didn't see them. And these are two. Okay, so now it's time for our last deck. So 1 and 2. Two. 1 and 2. Okay. So now the 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. It is time for us to put them neatly together so that we are ready for your reading. So that's pile number 1. Let's keep it right there. Pile number 1 with the cherry quartz. Ooh, pile number 2. There we go. Pile number 2 with the garnet. And pile number 3 with the blue agate. So, my dear soul family, your 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Cannot wait to get straight into them. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I love your energies. Love you guys very much. Very blessed to have you as part of my soul family and as part of my life. Thank you again. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the cherry quartz as well as the tattoo card. So you have a tattoo of a heart and forever. It says friendship, passion, permanently or temporary. Let's see how this fits into your reading. And as you know, we're taking a look at guidance from your spirit guides. So let's keep this here and we'll start off by taking a look at your oracle cards first. So you have the fixed signs, which are of course Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And with that energy, we have stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So let's keep it right there. How about we keep it here and we push this a little bit here. Keep your crystal here so that we have more space for the rest of the cards. So you have the 18th moon mansion that is ruled by Pluto and Uranus in Scorpio with sacrifice. All right. No, that's not Uranus. My apologies. Neptune. Pluto and Neptune in Scorpio with sacrifice. You also have a military person. Right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Hanged Man. You have the Justice card. Interesting. Both of them have the cat. You have the Seven of Intuition, which is the Seven of Swords. Interesting that they have it as plastic surgery here. Okay. So you also have the Nine of Wisdom, which is the Nine of Wands. And we see someone working there, thinking of security all over the place, passwords and everything. Okay. Very interesting cards. You have the Knight of Wands. I mean, interesting combination here. You have the Sun card. The Empress. And you have the World card. Right. So let's take a closer look. There's so many energies and so many information here. It's time that we unpack them and put them together and see exactly what your spirit guides want to tell you here. I see something very interesting. Let's take it bit by bit. So the Empress here in this deck is represented by Mary the First of England. Such an impressive character to read about. I know they called her Bloody Mary, but she was the first who hold the crown of England. Is it called in her own right? That is very impressive. I see why they put her in the Empress card. But she was labeled as, and she went down in history as Bloody Mary because she had a lot of people prosecuted. Later on, I read recently, and that's only my readings, how history is most of the time written by the victors, and that this label was a little bit unfair to at least be put just on her, because her father, Henry VIII, had a lot of people prosecuted, and her sister, who took on England next in her lifetime, she had a lot of people prosecuted, especially because of religious beliefs as well. But she came down in history as the one who was bloody. Also, I read that this was common practice at the time in Europe. Not that any of this was right, but it seems like everyone was doing it, and so it was a little bit unfair to just put the label on her. I think it was because she was Catholic. People were Protestant in England at that time. Her sister was Catholic, and I think this is why she got this label. And so having that in conjunction with justice makes me think that something unfair here happened, because of bickering with the cat and mouse. Some sort of people coming from either different opinions, different cultures, different teams, maybe because of jealousy, who knows, different beliefs for one reason or the other. It looks like to me that you had some sort of power, you were looked up on, people maybe held you on a pedestal, especially that we see Mary the First in looking at herself in the mirror, I see admiration of some sort. And because of admiration, it seems like some sort of reputation. You see permanent and temporary here. Some sort of reputation was put on you, thinking it was staying there permanently. There was some sort of unfairness, and specifically with changing of facts, because we see with the Seven of Swords here, some sort of plastic surgery going on. By the way, I am not against plastic surgery personally at all. I'm just putting the picture together here. You know, changing the form of something. Again, not against that at all. But this makes me think changing of form and how something looks from the outside to fit a certain narrative, because we have a lot of writing, so perhaps a lot of chitter chat going on. And I see your spirit guides talking about maybe some unfairness, that brutal unfairness. And going down in history, it would seem to me that this is something that's been going on maybe even for years in your case. It's not something recent, like last year where a colleague said something nasty about you that was unfair. It could be, by the way, this is a general reading, but I'm getting more the sense here with this historic figure that this is something that has been going on for a lot of your years, something super unfair, especially with the permanent and temporary here. It could, everyone related in this story, either you or the other people who have been changing facts, thought that this has been your label. It's going down in history like that. Everyone unfairly sees you and thinks you are in a certain way because of the chitter chatter that a certain type of people who are one way or the other bickering with you, making you seem like the bad one here, labeling you with it. And I think you and them thought it was just going to stay this way. It was going to stick this way. With the Nine of Wands, all these passwords, you know, keeping the real information secret, being adamant about portraying you in a certain way. And I really feel like your reputation was absolutely sacrificed by what has happened here. And yeah, it's like you have accepted that it's just going to be the way it is. You thought it was permanent. Like I said, they thought it was permanent. And justice has been shifted. You see how the cat is wearing this court wig or the judge wig. It's as if they are the ones who are being catty here, are the ones who are appearing to everyone as the people of truth, as saying on the just side, appearing way bigger to everyone than maybe you know, making your position smaller, your power smaller. At least that's how they thought they would do it. And thinking that they maybe even believing, oh my God, it's on the head, believing the lies, believing that they are really actually right. They finally believed, after reforming all this truth, they now see it as the truth themselves. And I think they have hidden the truth so much that it's not even visible to them anymore. See, we see the Knight of Wands being intoxicated here, which really shows that even themselves again have believed these lies and have fooled their minds with being intoxicated. You know, the Knight of Wands does have selfish energy. They go after what they want, sometimes regardless of how this could harm other people or be unfair or toxic to other people, or it may be selfish behavior. So it's interesting how the Knight of Wands appeared in your reading here, and it really shows that they themselves are fooling themselves first before they have fooled other people. This seems to be a big story, and it's showing up in your reading today because it looks like what looked permanent on the outside is about to be temporary. there is some sort of divine intervention here going on, because you have the cat in Alice in Wonderland who acts as a deus ex machina, which is, you know, a character in Greek theater that just appears out of nowhere, out of the blue, saves the day, gives this advice out of nowhere that helps the protagonist to change direction or to win, you know? So I do see divine intervention, divine justice happening for your case, and this is why it's appearing in your reading. There is actually something energetically about to start in this case. It's still an open case universally. It never closed, and it may have seemed permanent to us, but universally it's never closed. You know how karma works. And it's so cool because it looks like with this divine intervention, you're about to see, do you see the two colored eyes? You are about, there's emphasis on the eyes here. You are about to see karma play out fairly, where you're getting your reputation back. You're gaining your reputation back. Do you see how Mary the First is holding the heart with Venus, which is of course related to the Empress, as we know. But the symbology of Mary the First holding this heart and Venus is like some sort of power back to you. You're being given power back. And, you know, Venus, or the feminine energy, is very much related to spirituality, the power of spirituality. So I feel like you're getting your rights back, especially that it's in conjunction to the Sun card, which shows illumination, the truth, the real truth being shown to everyone. Something is about to happen, and we'll explore it further. This time, the truth is going to be fixed, and that's why you have fixed here right next to permanent. What was thought of as permanent is about to be temporary, and the truth is going to persist and be fixed. It is what's going to stay this time. You have been sacrificed, but this was only temporary, and it's one of these few lucky times where you get to see justice play out in the same lifetime. I'm sorry I said few. I don't know if it's few or a lot, but it's one of those times where you get to see it. So with the Sun card here, this is a beautiful card. We see, I get with the Tranquility card here and the happiness, like some sort of justice happening. The sun is rising, the truth is being illuminated. And with the World card, of course, this is finally the end of a chapter of all of this shenanigan going on. All of this secrecy and hiding the truth with the Nine of Wands, thinking that they've done it in such a smart way, to the extent where they start believing it and seeing it that way, is now going to be revealed. Is it happening because they've relaxed with the intoxication here in the Knight of Wands? Could it be that it's become so believable that they've relaxed with the truth? Could that be it? I'm really curious to know for you, how is this divine intervention happening, especially that you have the military person who I'm not sure yet. Oh, this military person has a relic here. You see discovering an old ancient statue. They're standing right there looking at it. So maybe this is saying that somebody will be maybe by accident discovering some old truth, going through the computer, going through maybe pictures, going through something, and they will be finding the truth. And you see, there are balloons here. Isn't that weird to have balloons in this military card? Maybe it's signifying some sort of celebration, you know? Eye-popping news. You have a lot of eyes here. Eye-popping news that is going to be revealed. I think we need to get your tarot cards and find out more information about this. And as I was saying, the eyes, look at pile number 3. They have the eyeglasses here. You might be, by the way, being drawn to check pile number 3 as well, if you feel drawn to it. But other than that, I think it's time we pick up your tarot cards. Hold on. Oh, look, I've noticed a rose and this figure who's sacrificed dropping the rose. You know, the rose in Roman history. Yeah, in Roman times was very symbolic of truth and secrecy as well, where they would hang a rose in a meeting, and anyone that sits underneath the rose must say the truth, and whatever is said must be kept in secrecy. They called it Suda rose. So this again signifies some truth falling after you being sacrificed. Truth falling and being revealed. What was held so secret is falling. It's not in the hands anymore. Do you see that? So interesting. So I want to know for you, how is this divine intervention going to happen, and how is the truth coming out for you? Especially that it was very important for your spirit guides to talk to you about it today. So are we allowed to kindly know how this truth is coming out? What is the divine intervention, please? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's find out. So you have the High Priestess. Do you see that? The High Priestess is full of secrecy and hiding. But is that paper? Yeah. It's like truth is being revealed. What was secret is coming out. The black, in my opinion, could signify darkness, where hiding, you know, when you... White may reveal what's underneath it. But when you put something dark, it's like you can't see it. And so we see that this figure is wearing white underneath. So this symbolizes purity, innocence, right? So that darkness or shadow is falling, revealing your innocence or revealing your truth about this specific situation. So the High Priestess, we want to know, how is this going to be revealed? We'll find out, I'm sure, if you are meant to know. Knight of Swords, another knight. You have the Hanged Man, interesting Hanged Man. You have, again, the World card. All right. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, ooh la la. This looks like somebody who's in control. I love this Queen of Pentacles. So let's take a closer look at these cards to find out. Looks like someone is gonna do something risky here, or say something risky. Someone's gonna put the pieces together. Do you see that with the World card? But also someone who's not afraid to speak up, has nothing to lose, very independent, very powerful. Knight of Swords shows that this is somebody who's courageous, says what's on their mind, is only after the truth, is ready to attack and defend. But why is this some sort of risky situation? Maybe it's a sensitive topic to others and they're willing to cross the other side and say it. Ooh, maybe this is why you have the military person. This is someone who has a lot of power, it seems, who may be revealing the truth. They've pieced things together and they want to show. That's why you have the World card. They're going to show the whole thing. So the World card in this case is not only about the completion of a chapter where this is finally ending in your life, and that's definitely it. But it also shows a completion of the whole picture. You know, the children here showing innocence, showing how innocent you are. Let's get more information about this person, since this is the case. They're willing to take the risk. You know, you see the sassiness here. This is someone who's not afraid to say what other people are afraid to say. So maybe, yeah, they're not afraid to say what other people are afraid to say. And they're gonna be very bold and take that leap and say the unspoken, revealing the shadow of the situation, revealing what's hidden, bring it into the light. That's why I have two dolphins here. Someone's going to be standing by your side lovingly, who has the power to speak up, but is also very courageous. They've put the pieces together, and they will be presenting these pieces, and they absolutely believe that you deserve that type of protection. Do you see? This figure is holding a cute puppy there, and dogs, they represent loyalty, and they also present fierceness when it comes to protecting the people they love. So that's the energy here. Let's try to get more information about who this person may be. What deck do we use for that? We'll use the same deck. Who is that person, please? Six of Wands, which Six of Wands is all about victory and success. You know, it's reminding me of reaping what you sow. So they're going to be reaping what they have sown. We see a windmill with the Five of Wands. And, we see, do you see in the shadows here, someone asking someone to jump and not be afraid because they'll catch them. Do you see that? Again, the risk factor here. What is going on with the Six of Swords? So this is saving someone, you know, someone's in a risky position and they're saving them. So this is definitely coming, this person is there as universal intervention to come and save you from this situation. It may even be several people involved. One of them, or some of them, you may not even know about. In fact, I don't think you're gonna know who this person is. I think they're doing good for the sake of it. They have a lot of love and respect for you as they find out about your story. You may find out about them later. And the reason I say that is not only because this person is in the shadow, but you have with the Five of Wands, someone facing these challenges, but again, they're not seen. And the reason I say that is because windmills, they operate by the wind. We cannot see the wind. We can only feel its effect. And so some power is generating electricity, generating energy, right? So some power, it could be a person. In your case, I think it's certainly a person who has noticed something, is not interested in revealing themselves, but is more interested about presenting the truth. You will find most people are now on your side. You may not know why or what happened, but there is one person behind this making all these moves for you, you know. They find themselves to have the power to do so. They have the truth, and they're not afraid to drop the truth. Yeah. And in their minds, they want those people who lied. I think they have low tolerance to dishonesty, because you have the Knight of Swords here. Very low tolerance to dishonesty, and they want these people to reap what they have sown. They have now a lot of love for you in their hearts, a lot of respect. They do see you as a good, innocent person who should not have gone through all of this at all. And there is some sort of risk, one way or the other, involved with the situation. Maybe the risk is reconvincing so many people who are, you know, who have been absolutely convinced with the narrative of these people, and you know, the truth have been locked for so long, and they are super bold. Like, anyone would see it as a bold move, and it requires someone with that sort of power and boldness to take that leap of faith and go, hey, this is all, you know, wrong. And this is what happened, 1, 2, 3. These people are lying. They're manipulating the facts. They have presented an innocent person like that in this way. And that's a very wrong narrative here. So your cards are very clear. It looks like the people who have tainted your reputation are going to reap what they have sown. It's a very interesting reading, but you know, your reading keeps showing this over and over. Be ready to very soon find out about these people being exposed and your truth coming out. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. May you always be protected. You're going to be very happy with the news, knowing that you're no longer labeled unfairly with something that you've never done. And like I said, may you always be protected. That was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 1. This book could really help you reach your goals. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 1, that was your reading. So cool. May you always be blessed and protected. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Garnett, as well as the Queen, which says, perfectionism rules, you will step out alone. Let's see how this fits into your reading. And as you know, we're taking a look today at guidance from your spirit guides. Let's see what it is. And first, we'll be taking a look at your oracle cards. So you have Pisces, intimacy, of course, intuition and compassion. Let's keep it right there. Keep your crystal here. You also have marriage card. Interesting. Okay. You have the 9th moon mansion with Pluto and Neptune in Cancer. You know, in the previous pile number 1, they had Pluto and Neptune as well. So you may be a sign that it's an invitation for you to check pile number 1 if you feel called to it. All right. Yeah, let's now take a look at your tarot cards so we have a complete picture of what this is saying. So you have the Queen of Wands. You have the Judgment card. Interesting. All right. You have a lot of queens here, I must say. The Queen of Wands, and even here you have the Queen of Hearts. So we're seeing a lot of queens for one reason or the other here in your reading. And look at that, boy of currency. This is the Knight of Wands. We see a lot of money, you know. All right. You have the Temperance card. Okay. Ooh, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my, there's so many messages here. You have the Two of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. And you have the Five of Wands. So, what are we seeing here for you exactly? So the reason I'm seeing a lot of queens in your reading is because it looks like very soon you are going to be in a position of power, great power. In fact, with Pluto here, we do see a lot of power coming in. And of course, with the ethereal, Neptune is grand imagination. So let me show you exactly what I'm seeing, and I'll come back to this card and tell you what I saw here. So you are going to hold a lot of power. The reason for that is clearly being depicted to us here with the Wheel of Fortune and with the Boy of Currency. I do see that there's a lot of incoming money in your life very soon. It's, you know, with the tick-tock of the Temperance here holding the pendulum, I'm intuitively seeing this as tick-tock, tick-tock. It's only a matter of time where the wheels of fate are going to be turning into your favor, especially when it comes to great wealth or a lot of money coming in. So there's an influx of money coming into your life very soon. And so your guidance here has to do with controlling your emotions. Why? Back to this card with Pluto and Neptune. Again, we have a lot of power with Pluto and wide imagination with the ethereal Neptune. So this could mean having the power to roam off with your imagination, to do what you want. But if not regulated with Cancer and Pisces here, it may veer off in the wrong direction, and you may find yourself with a Ten of Swords, perhaps making wrong choices that may put you in a challenging situation with the Five of Wands here. I see again with Neptune, Pisces, this Judgment card, some sort of, without meaning to, kind of, I want to say it kindly, like maybe lying to oneself, hiding the truth to be okay. Like, why do I say that? Because here, the Queen of Hearts and Alice in Wonderland realized that they've planted white flowers. She went ballistic because she did not want specifically white flowers, white roses. She specifically asked for red roses. And so they quickly, to fix this mistake, as you can see, they started quickly coloring the roses red. She caught them and, you know, with her famous words, "Off with their heads." So we're seeing cover up, you know, we're seeing this figure in glasses. It's kind of like, maybe without meaning to, not taking the right decision because of the how you feel in the moment, with all this power and imagination of what you want to do with this money that's coming in. You know, I'm getting the idea of easy come, easy go, and it's not like you're not supposed to spend. I feel like your spirit guides are kind of advising you to be careful, just to be careful. It's not like not spending, just being careful so that you're not later put in a situation that is challenging. Oh, yeah, I wanted to say something here with the Queen of Wands. We have the Red Queen and the Queen of Wands, and she's very famous with the fact that she always wants things fast, 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 and she always, you know, she holds Alice, and she says, faster, faster, and they run fast, going nowhere, really. And so here, again, the idea of easy come, easy go, things going fast, 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 or maybe that it's okay to have these dreams and to achieve them, but I see your guide saying taking it slow, that it doesn't all have to happen maybe at the same time, could be the message here. And to think about it, you know, the Two of Pentacles, rationally, or to, you know, make better decisions, to look at both perspectives. Both, we see have two here, to take a look at both perspectives. The perspective of you now actually being able to do so many things that you want, and that it's absolutely okay to do that, but also balancing it with looking out for yourself for the future, and making sure that you are safe. And so the whole message is about how fast it goes, and not about whether you should do these things or not. Perhaps you're even advised to do everything that you want, but I'm seeing it's being opposed, or rather you're being advised to be careful with how fast you achieve these things. So here I'm seeing let cycles build, like with the first cycle of money coming in, you can do that thing, and then the second cycle, then another, you know, opening up stages for yourself with each cycle, rather than cramming everything up without meaning to, you know, in the spur of the moment when we're really feeling it, we want it, and to have an open eye with regards to your future and not just your present. And to plan it with cycles, like to make all of your dream happen with cycles, so that your safety is the number one priority as you live these beautiful moments. Make no mistake, you're going to enjoy what you have. A lot of money is coming in for you, and you'll be able to achieve so many things that you wanted. There's no message here that is saying you cannot be spending. Please do what you love. Just make sure at all times that you don't put yourself in a tricky situation where you may regret and feel like you have stabbed yourself, your future self, in the back, or that stabbed your safety in the back without meaning to. And even here we see with this queen holding the fleur de lis, which the 3 points, if I remember correctly, they represent purity, wisdom, and valor. So it's a combination of doing the right thing, doing it wisely, courageously, whether you feel like it in the moment or not, to know that you must do the right thing. As long as you plan it right and watch out for the cycles. Temperance, again, showing us balance here that we've been seeing in your reading. The more you know that you're absolutely doing the right thing, especially with marriage card, it's kind of reminding me of commitment. Marriage reminds me of commitment. So it's to be committed to the plans and committed to what you want, but to do it with a plan. Do you see? This figure is playing the music by following a note. And this is kind of making me feel that there should be a plan for you to follow in order to be able to achieve the things that you want. This is exactly the message here that I see from your spirit guides. But regardless of all of that, it looks like you're having a huge lump sum coming in for you very, very soon. Perhaps this is why there's all the talk here. Look at the money everywhere. Just be careful to not cover the truth as you may be spending. You know, this reminds me of how when we all sometimes spend, you know, we have a budget, we have a plan, and we're like, that's within the budget, I'll buy it, or I'll do that because it's within the budget. And then we see something else that we like, And then we're like, oh, I love that, but that's not the budget. And then we think, oh, well, maybe if I, take from this and take from that. And we start having all these plans in our heads. And then we get it. And then we see something else. And we start going into, if we're not careful, going into the cycle, and we're outside the plan. And for some reason, we still feel safe. And then we regret what we've done. So I feel like with the coloring of the flowers here, there is this idea of not covering the truth, of being careful, of keeping your eyes open at the real situation at all time. And that's really why you have a plan here, to specifically have a clear plan and to never maneuver around it unless it's something slight. But to make sure that you stick to it, so that you're not going back and forth. Should I do this? Should I not do this? You are the one guiding yourself properly on how to keep yourself safe, your future self safe. Now that we've seen that, let's look at the fun part. When is this money coming in for you, and what's going on here? Let me grab your tarot deck. And yeah, do you see all the queens here? You're going to be in a very powerful situation. So I kind of feel like keep yourself in this powerful situation. I think it's going to be much more fun for you and powerful to be in that powerful situation than to maybe get everything all at once. It's the timing here that's, I think, is what the guidance is all about. So we want to know when to expect this wealth that's coming in for you. Very soon you're about to have a huge lump sum or a lot of money coming in. So, ooh la la, you have the 9 of Swords. You have someone way bigger going, huh? Okay, when? 9 of Swords. Oh, I think you're going to be at a great advantage with the 9 of Swords. You're going to be at a great advantage. This card is interesting. I feel like someone may be at a disadvantage while you are going to be at a great advantage. Or that there are 2 types of people. Maybe some people are going to have it rough and you're going to have it very well. And that's why it's in the 9 of Swords. I think you're going to be lucky. Okay. You have the 4 of Wands. Wow, beautiful card. Do you see your energy here? You're relaxed, you're very blessed, you're being protected by the universe, you're being put in a very beautiful situation here. Whereas before, regularly, most people maybe, or another type of person or people are, could be at a disadvantage. Maybe this is talking about you being lucky at work, or that you're in a department that's getting a lot of bonuses or something. Oh, look at that. And you have the World card. Putting the pieces together. Okay, let me think of timing now. 9/4/21. I want to say, with this World card, with the last piece being put, I feel like you're going to be very lucky with all of the pieces here, showing that you will be able to really achieve all of the things you want up until the very end. Okay, back to timing. Intuitively, this is giving me the vibes of, with the Swords, winter, spring, and summer. And that's why they're cycles. This is not something that's just going to come one time. I feel like you're going to be blessed throughout all of the seasons, throughout the whole year, and maybe even moving to the next year as well. So you're going to be very, very blessed financially this year, the next year, maybe even moving forward. You're going to be, that's why I have a lot of queens, you're going to be in a very, very good position. And so your guides are only advising you to perhaps, I don't want to say control your emotions, or it's more like be mindful of how you feel versus keeping yourself in that strong position. And this is exactly what I see for your reading, my dear pile number 2. So excited for you. May you always be blessed financially and with everything that you want in your life. May you have all of your dreams come true, which they will. And this was your reading, my dear pile number 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. It really can help you achieve all of your dreams. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it in the first place. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 2, all the best with what's coming. May you always have a wonderful life. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful blue agate as well as the suit card. So it says superficial, perfectionism, lacking real substance. Right. So let's keep it right there. And let's take a look at your guidance from your spirit guides today. We're going to be starting off with your oracle cards first. So you have the 8th house with transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Okay. You have the 10th moon mansion with Neptune, which is ruled by Neptune and the sun in Cancer. All right, very cool. And you have a little child. Okay, interesting. Let's keep that right there. All right, let's now quickly take a look at your tarot cards. Ooh, so you have the 2 of Cups. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, love this 10 of Pentacles. It's like being so abundant and happy and joyful and playful. Love that. Okay, you have the 10 of Hearts, which is the 10 of Pentacles. What are the odds getting the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups? So beautiful, and I feel like all encompassing energy, because you have exclusivity here, everyone being included. So it's a lot of positive energy here in your reading, a lot of happiness going on in your reading specifically. So you have the 5 of Intuition, that's the 5 of Wands. Oh, and you're getting passwords. And, you know, the first pile had something to do with your pile, so I said you must check pile number 3. Look at that. The first pile had a lot of, had a card with a lot of secrecy and passwords. So now this is making me feel that you may also as well be equally drawn to pile number 1. So I think both piles are meant to check each other out, unless you're not called to do so, or you're not drawn to pile number 1. But if you are, I highly recommend it. You also have the Hermit. Okay. Oh, you have the Hierophant. You have the 5 of Swords. And you have the Queen of Cups. All right, look, I'm sure this is going to be a really cool reading. Let's tap right into it and see the different elements here and what your guidance is exactly. Oh my God, this is definitely a reading related to pile number 1. This is definitely the same story, although here we see many elements to it. But if you watch pile number 1, you'll be very surprised with how much this the cards in different cards are showing the exact same energy. So here we see with the 8th house some sort of karma transforming. So the little child here, which also reminds me of Tawiri Matia in the 5 of Swords here, we'll talk about it in a second, but really shows that some sort of karma has been happening for you for a very long time since having this child here. It's like some unfairness has been going on in your life for a very long time. We see the Judge here in the Hierophant, and it's very surprising because in pile number 1 you have the Justice card. And I'm going to stop talking by now about pile number 1, but I can't. The reason I'm obsessing is because they are exactly the same. Even with the passwords, I mean, what are the odds? We're seeing here some karma that has been happening to you for a very long time that was absolutely unfair, and this karma is transforming in your life now. You have grown a lot from it. In fact, we do see here the Hermit. Because of this unfairness or this karma, it had to happen to you because it really made you grow in a way that otherwise wouldn't have taken you to this type of growth and strength, and so your mind and your spirituality. It was a tough karma that you have gone through, pile number 3, and I'm so sorry about that. What a karma. And we see here with the Hierophant, it says dura lex sed lex, which means the law is harsh, but it is the law. So it's kind of reminding me of, you know, life is sometimes tough, but it is life, and we go through it to transform our karmas and our lives and who we are, and it's part of our spiritual journey. And I see a healthy inner child here. Your life is about to transform in a way you cannot imagine, and so not only is your karma transforming, your life is transforming, and most importantly, justice is coming out for you. Now let me put the pieces together for you and tell you why I've been seeing it as something that happened for a very long time, which again, just saying, just like pile number 1. Here we see the Maori god of storms, which is Tauri Matia. Tauri, I think that's how you pronounce the deity's name, Tauri Matia. Yeah. And the story is really interesting. When he was still a little child, his brothers separated his parents, the earth and the sky, and he was so angry. And to show his brothers what he saw as betrayal and how angry he was, he became the storm god, where he wreaked havoc with very hard to predict storms and floods and other bad weather. So you can see the god taking back power and repaying the karma. So there's a long story of lost deep love, or being betrayed, being hurt by... With the Queen of Cups, I have a feeling being hurt by the closest, it seems. Yeah, being deeply cut by the closest. Some people who were very close to your heart. And that's why you have dura lex sed lex. It's, you know, I feel like it's saying life can be harsh, but it is life. And it looks like your karma is changing, pile number 3. The people that we're seeing here, do you see, they're very secretive with the suits. You can't see their faces. There's a lot of passwords with the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is could be competition or 2 teams against each other. So someone that you loved was really playing against you by not seeing the face, it's kind of like they were not showing you their true face. There was a lot of hidden information. They may have lied to you and about you. And we're seeing the truth coming out in abundance. Some truth is coming out for you. And you may have felt excluded, but we see here with the Ten of Cups that you're going to be very much included. I don't know how. If these people excluded you, so how are you going to be included? Let's get an answer here. How are you going to be included then? Oh, you might be included by a different type of people. That makes sense, because here in Alice in Wonderland, making friends with the rabbit, and we get the idea of being friendly with other people that you did not expect to be friends with. So making a new community that is more inclusive, that is more loving, being with more loving people who are more inclusive. Four of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, with Four of Cups shows, it has ancient pillars, and it shows that you may have been disincluded from pillars in your life, because the Four of Cups is kind of feeling dissatisfied. So you didn't get that love from important people in your life. But we see with the Queen of Cups, something is being born, a new community, new type of love that is familiar, that will feel like family, is appearing in your life. So there's, with the Fountain, I feel like there's a flood of abundance happening in your life. And look at your cards here. You have really grown. It seems like you've put a lot of work to heal, and your guides are showing you that you are going to be included within a loving, open-minded, non-judgmental community very soon. And you also are, with the Ten of Pentacles, going to be very blessed financially. You're no longer going to maybe feel alone, feel kept out, or feel the unfairness, because karma is definitely going to be repaid for these people. And with the passwords here showing up in the Five of Wands, it seems like in the near future, expect a lot of truth and secrets to come out. Things that these people have not told you about, or have said behind your back, or have done. Expect a lot of truth to appear to you and to everyone. I see you celebrating. I see you feeling happy that the truth has come out. That maybe your reputation is what is it called? Regained. Yeah, a lot of truth is certainly coming out. Expect that to happen these days, or in the very near future, my dear pile number 3. And here I'm seeing a crow. Could be a raven. Something very interesting that I watched a couple of days ago. I saw a crow standing in some people's window, and I think they made friends together. I don't know if you've seen that short. And they are talking to the crow, and the crow is learning to imitate what they're saying, and it's amazing. You know, they're asking the crow, I think it was like, would you like some ice cream? And I think the crow would say, okay. Or yeah, the crow was just repeating some sentences that maybe it has heard over time by his new friends, and it's pronounced very well. It's the rhythm is perfect. It's just amazing. It blew my mind. Really blew my mind to watch. I didn't know crows could do that, really. I'm very happy these people took a video of that. It was magnificent to watch. So I feel like with the crow here, someone's going to be repeating something. Like someone who has watched things happen is going to be repeating because the crows can fly. So I think they'll be spreading some sort of news about truth that may have been hidden. And that's what you'll be hearing about very soon. We're seeing in your reading two factors. Truth coming out. It's like you're ending a cycle of a karma where truth is coming out and you're being very abundant. Oh, there's a third factor, and you're going to have a beautiful community. Look forward to that. It's like something is being born here. It's about to happen to you. I don't think it already happened. It's about to happen to you. You're forming a new loving community that is different from the one you have lost. Much more real and loving. So I have a couple of questions here for you. Like, by knowing all of these factors here, what's the guidance? What is your exact guidance with all of this? Are we missing something? I think let's get out some cards. It may link something for us that I may not be seeing straight away. I'm seeing you have grown, that's for sure. Is it kind of like a celebratory message of congratulations, you have ended this karma, expect to have a beautiful life ahead? I think this is what's saying, but let's check. What is pile number 3's guidance with all of the information that we're seeing? I feel like we need to take this one as well. Ooh la la. This is the Justice card. It's 8, but you know, historically the Justice card was 8. So we're seeing Ma'at here. Some truth is coming out. And, you know, with Ma'at, in ancient Egypt, when you die, you weigh your heart against a feather to see just how light it is from, you know, it's not heavy with deception or lies or bad karma. And if it's as light as a feather, you move freely to the other side. So we're seeing justice for sure happening, and we saw that here. Justice where even the little things are gonna show. Some people are going to be exposed at pile number 3, greatly exposed. Your truth is coming out, and it's kind of like the universe was waiting for you to go through this cleansing process to heal and to grow. It was very important that you go through that before karma was maybe repaid and come out. So yeah, the guidance. You have the 4 of Wands. Wow, you have the Chariot. Guidance. 4 of Wands. That's wonderful. I see what the guidance is. And you have the Page of Wands. So your guidance here by your spirit guides is that karma has been released. It's all okay now. If you have any worries, release them. It's time to know that if things have been going wrong in the past, it's just the way it was meant to be. With Duralex said Lex, it's just the way it was meant to be, and does not mean that what's coming is going to have the same cycle or the same pattern of things happening. Things from moving forward, you see, are going to move forward with peace and a lot of strength. Page of Wands shows that you are about to enter into a very exciting new life, because pages are a new chapter of your life. So you're about to enter into a new adventurous world that will be so much fun. It will be a blessed new life where you're exploring a lot of things. But the most wonderful thing about it is that you will also get to see karma, great karma being repaid here, because obviously you have been dealing with a lot of people who are super unfair and have been withholding critical information, lying, not showing you things. This is about to be cleared from your life. This karma, things are transforming for you. And my dear pile number 3, you're entering a chapter that is full of blessings. Such a beautiful message. I highly recommend you watch pile number 1. You'll see what I mean if you're called to it. And my dear pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I've enjoyed your reading so much. All the best of luck. And what a beautiful pat on the back. Sweet pat on the back from the universe. May you always be blessed. This is your message and guidance from your spirit guides. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 3. This book can really help you achieve your goals and dreams, make them all come true. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck in this beautiful new world. May you always be blessed. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.